Here's the story of how my mum took me from a dead end job making 2.5 grand a month to now pursuing an online business that does well over 50 grand a month in the space of a year and a half. This is a very honest and realistic, well, no BS story about how my mum genuinely took me from settling in a 9 to 5 making 3 grand a month to a year and a half later now having an online skill set that can produce 50 grand a month. I've never been one to share my own personal story. I'm just the kind of guy that likes to keep his head under water and just fucking get to it. Like, not this BS of constantly just, posting and posting and posting and posting. But one thing a personal mentor of mine, and I would class as a good friend at this point, mentioned something to me not long ago, was be the fucking guy that you needed back then, a year and a half ago, back in a place of uncertainty, of fear, and just completely lost in which direction to go in life. So I think this is the idea of me producing this and helping somebody out there that would need this. The idea here isn't to tell you how great life is, how great I am. It's to show you how, when, and what you can produce once you overcome your own fears and limitations. At the end of the day, there's no difference between you, I, the other people you see having the type of life that you want to have, other than your own limitations and internal beliefs that you set on yourself. So if I can provide enough value and insights of what it takes and how the journey is no different from everybody else and the feelings that you have are completely normal, if I can provide value on that and help you actually take action on what you want, that will fill me with so much fucking fire that you can reach out to me and let me know that you've personally done that. When I was younger, I was just a scrawny little fucking kid. My confidence was a fucking mess, and I was completely just lost in the future and where I genuinely wanted to go in life. I left school, went to college, pursued college like everybody else tells you to, just lost in this opinion of everybody else recommending me what I should do, what I can do, instead of deciding what I want to do for my own self. Go to school, go to college, get an okay job, settle, three kids, white picket fence. Like every other fucker does. I almost was one of them fuckers. Now, since I was that scrawny little kid, during that time in college, I picked up the gym. Immediately became obsessed with it. Like, I was just completely obsessed with the feeling, how it gave me some level of purpose to actually being better than just okay. Now, even in the 5 years that I've been going to the gym, aside from a couple of sick days, I've never actually had a day fucking off, because that meant that if I have a day off mentally, it just wrecks you for the day. So it keeps me structured day to day, knowing that I've actually accomplished something. And I'm just telling you this now, by you actually pursuing the gym, even going to the gym, lifting a couple of weights, that will give you so much purpose, and it will fill you with so many it will help you overcome your own internal beliefs, and it will just fill you with so much confidence that you've actually accomplished something. This is you personally have gone out of your way. Nobody else can do it for you. You have personally provided yourself with some tangible result and accomplishment internally. It will help you so much outside of just in your own personal life as well. Whether that be relationships, whether that be careers, whether that be your own personal journey just outside of it. Internally, externally, it will provide you so much fucking confidence. Now, as soon as I left college, I pursued a dead-end, directionless job, just like most people do in the UK. Working overtime constantly, just to be paid the bare fucking minimum, and just spent most of my life, quite honestly, in the gym. Because at least it gave me some it mentally kept me sane from going insane. The most important part about going to the gym was it allowed me to build this idea of discipline, this idea of grit, this idea of turning up every day, just building the fundamentals every single day, showing up every single day, and just being in competition with my fucking self to be the best that I could be. It built all of that up over the 5 years, so that when I was able to find a vehicle to make me money, it was like stepping into a fucking Ferrari, as a good friend of mine said. Building those fundamentals over 5 years, once I stepped into the vehicle of making money online, boom, it was done. That's literally what I'm getting at when I tell you the gym is so important to your journey towards where you want to go. Now, this particular part I think may relate to a good amount of people. Depends on the personal situation that you're actually in at this point. And what I wanted it to do is to allow you to overcome your fears and your limitations, to stop settling and push through the fear that you may have now, so you can actually accomplish and get to where you want to go. I worked my job for a good amount of years. Constantly, like I mentioned, just working overtime. Just for me and my mum, just to survive, just kind of keep head above water kind of situation, just to live okay. But eventually with anything, there comes a turning point when it's time to make a fucking change. I was frustrated with the way I was living, and more importantly, I was sick and tired of watching my mum feel that level of frustration as well. So I decided to take ownership of my own situation and decided to look around online businesses, what's out there. So good times, that's all it fucking was, just looking. And I think that's what a lot of us do. We see all this stuff online, we're constantly being bombarded with ads, and we just kind of look at things and treat it as like a nice idea. And I think that happens to a lot of us. So if you're now in that position, I would highly suggest you fucking move away from that as quick as you can and actually take action on something. Because all you're doing is you're just delaying failure because you're scared of experiencing failure, which is normal, but it will cost you a lot more than you think, and time will be fucking wasted. 2 months in, I quickly realised it was just a case of I was personally mentally masturbating, watching and just feeling like I was actually doing something, when realistically, there was fuck off. Like I was doing nothing, as most of us did. I found an online program for around $6,000. Did I have $6,000? Fuck no. Didn't have $6,000. What did I do? Did I make excuses? Did I just give up? Did I fall off? Did I just continue what I was doing? No, I got fucking resourceful. And I think that's the difference between a lot of you that are just kind of in this position now of just looking around. You're not willing to get resourceful, because there's the difference between willing and want. Everybody wants financial freedom. Everybody wants to be sat living in Tulum in a beautiful penthouse with a pool in nice weather, right? But it's what are you willing to do so that you can actually have that in your life? Now, when I got the loan, was I scared? Fuck yes. Of course I was scared, right? Who wouldn't be? No idea if it would work, if I would be able to pay it back. No fucking idea. But I was also sick and tired of settling and just being comfortable and costing myself a life that would be worth living. So I invested in the program whilst working 14 hours a day, 5 days a week. So if I hear any of you fuckers, anybody of you complaining that you don't have the time, you have the fucking time. If I can pursue something working 14 hours a day, 5 days a week, you've got no fucking excuse not to do something. Now, a month into things, with investing in the program, I actually got fired from my job. Picture that. Because I was working on the job whilst actually learning the skills and going through the program. Now, imagine the fear in that situation. Just acquired a $6,000 loan. Head was already up my ass in terms of how much I was making, and then all of a sudden I get fired. Imagine the fucking fear in that situation. No idea if I'm going to be able to pay it back. No idea if I'm going to get another job. No idea of anything. Right? Just completely lost in my own mind. And to be quite honest with you, at that point, that was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Because that job, what it does, is probably the worst thing ever, which provides you with that safety net of, I've got like a backup plan if this doesn't work. I could always go back to my job. I didn't have that, right? So I had no safety net. So I only had the option to actually make it fucking work. But those stepping stones and the fundamentals that I built 5 years prior, going to the gym, the discipline, the mental resilience, the grit, the consistency, all those fucking stepping stones 5 years up until that point allowed me to flourish with the online business very, very quickly. by month 2, I was already producing 10 grand a month. Was I happy? No, fuck no. I'd never made that amount of money in my life, and I didn't feel a fucking thing. But what I started to realize is, if I just isolate myself away from all these bad habits, bad people, just surround myself with the person I know I should be, which is me, and where I want to go, then I can get. This is like a Ferrari, like I mentioned earlier. This being in this game is like a Ferrari. As long as I isolate myself in my own circle, and fucking push for it every day, I can truly make this work to the level I want it to, because it's all on me. A year and a half later, here we fucking are, sat in a position of freedom of choice. It's not about being happy. It's about being in a position where a choice, you can make whatever choice you want. Well, of course, I can't obviously go out and buy a Lambo, not yet. But the idea is that I know internally I will get to that point, right? I know that I now have everything I need to get to that point. But that's because I overcome my fears and limitations of what was actually possible. And the most important thing for me now is, my mum wants something. Perfect. Let me know what you want. Money sent. Right, done. If I want to travel somewhere, if I want to be able to work somewhere abroad, or if I want to go and enjoy myself, cool, flight booked. For example, I can be sat in this beautiful penthouse with a lovely pool in the middle of Tulum, right? I've been here for about 2 to 3 months. I wake up every day with a smile on my face, that I get to live the life that I want, because I did everything that I needed to do to get there, and I overcome my fears and roadblocks to put me here. But guess who it's all because of? Me. Because of what I did. Nobody else, me. But the most important part is, the journey will never ever stop. It's a case of never being satisfied of what you have. So whether you like it or not, the life that you have now is the one that you're actively choosing to have on a day-to-day basis. With the habits, the actions, the decisions, all of those things dictate the life that you have today and in the future. Every day you do nothing, you're wrecking your confidence and your ability to actually see how far you can pursue this game of life. The reason you're doing that is because you're fucking scared. And now that fear has robbed you of the life and the desires you actually have. So my question to you is, how much longer do you want fear to sabotage your opportunity to see how far you can actually take life? My mission here is to help and allow you to set the fucking standard of the person and the version of you should be. Mentally, physically, and financially. So, any questions, message me. Let me know how you feel, what you think, and how the fuck I can actually help.